that is exactly right. And I don't think we're naive enough to think that we're going to solve this issue just by holding webinars or by doing what we're doing right now. But certainly, I think that in God's eyes, this is a bigger mission piece than the individual mission of Transport for Christ. This is a mission that really supersedes Christianity. It is a human issue, and all of us need to stand against it. And I think if we start, we can start to move it, Dave, and I think the money, these people are smart enough. They know how to make money, and that's what they're all about. They're going to move it elsewhere. But at least we can make a dent in this vital area of our country, this vital industry of trucking and travel plaza, by doing what we're doing now. And as they try to move into other sectors, I think they're going to find that the opportunities are squeezed and made smaller and smaller, if you will. And I'm just hoping that by taking little steps here and little steps there, this thing will snowball, and we literally can put the squeeze on this thing and squeeze it out of this country, basically.
Well, I think every American citizen who finds out about this, and many don't know about it, and there are reasons there, but once you find out about this as an American, you have to ask yourself the question, did we abolish slavery in the 1860s or not?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So let's talk about the webinars here, because we've just got a few more minutes left. They're going to be on 3 consecutive Wednesdays, beginning next Wednesday, April 14th.
That's correct. We're going to do the 3 consecutive webinars. Each one will be exactly the same. Transport for Christ is sponsoring them. We're running them through our system here, but the folks from Chapter 61 Ministries are really the ones that are going to be holding the webinar. They'll be doing the speaking at the webinar. And if folks are interested, they can look at the Transport for Christ website at transportforchrist.com. They can go to chapter61.com or truckersagainsttrafficking.com and get more information. Now, these
and let me just interject too, excuse me, Scott, that you can go to davenemo.com as well.
Okay.
And we have a header that says Human Trafficking Webinars right there in the middle of the page. But go ahead.
And they can, if someone who is listening is interested, we can still try to get them, it's getting kind of tight now to get everything pulled together, but we can still try to get them into one of these webinars. If they are interested, they could email us at tfcio@transportforchrist.org and just request that we add them to our invitation list. So someone will receive, for instance, Dave, I would send you an invitation that would allow you to register for one or all of these webinars. So we're giving people an opportunity to, hopefully their schedules will allow them to pick one of these and attend. And we fully intend to hold more of these in the future. We've had a tremendous response. In fact, this morning I think I got about 15 more responses from people all over the country wanting to participate. So we do plan to hold more of these, and as people have thoughts about things that we might add, we certainly would be glad to listen to them. And again, we want to get this out to this information out to as many people as possible.
Now, we've talked, we've said Chapter 61 Ministries quite a bit here, but let's take just a few minutes to talk about who they are and what they do. This is a ministry that zeroes in and works in the human trafficking world, I guess you could say.
Yes. I've been contacted last year by a number of people across the country regarding this issue, and one of the members of our board of directors, Ellen Voyage, she's the president of Women in Trucking, and Ellen suggested that they contact us. We got together, and the more we talked, the more interested we became. And so we just felt, by virtue of the fact that we now are the hands and feet at many truck stops across the U.S. and Canada, that we can be part of this solution. And so we're just trying to work together and do whatever we can. But these folks, this is their heartbeat. They are working diligently. They've been at industry events across the country, and I think, Dave, to be honest, if I remember, they've probably only been in existence a little over a year or so. So it's a new group. It's a young group, but they're having a tremendous impact. As are groups all over this country. We've got one locally. In fact, I just had an email flash up on my screen from a young lady locally here in Lancaster, PA, who is working to develop a local grassroots group to address this issue in Pennsylvania. So, yeah, they're great folks. Just wonderful, wonderful people based in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as a matter of fact.
Fantastic. That is fantastic. And 61 refers to the book of Isaiah.
Yes, exactly. It does. It does refer to the book of Isaiah, and that's their whole thing. They want to make sure that they're loosing the chains. They're taking the chains off, and they're releasing these people. And that's what we're trying to do. We're doing it on this. We're trying to do it on the spiritual, emotional, and relational side, and they are doing it physically, literally, physically on the other side of this equation. So, important stuff. It really, really is. And one of the hardest things in my heart right now is the fact that I want to make sure that people everywhere understand that these truckers in this industry out here are the heartbeat of this country. And they are good folks. They are hardworking folks. And I want to make sure that people understand that the vast majority, I know that they're bad eggs. There's a bad apple in every group, but the vast majority of these people are on our side when it comes to this issue. They want to see this put to rest. They want to see this taken care of. They want to see these children released from this slavery. So this is an industry, I think, that can have a tremendous impact in a positive way.
Absolutely.
We can help them, yeah.
And nobody knows that better than I do. I've been hanging around with drivers for over 30 years myself. And I just want to say, too, that on the Chapter 61 website, there's a big link to Truckers Against Trafficking right there on their site as well, as you well know.
Great website.
So I'd love to have you back on the program, maybe after the webinars have taken place, and maybe find out what you've learned there and what is the next step. And maybe we could get someone from Chapter 61 on with you, because we're going to stay on this here. Now that we're into it, we're not going away.
Great. That's great, Dave.
And I think the rest of the trucking industry is going to get in on this and not go away either. I think you and Chapter 61 have really started something here that is going to snowball in a good way.
Well, let's trust God takes us where it needs to go.
Well, Scott, thank you so much for being with us on the program again.
Thank you, Dave. God bless.
God bless you, too. Scott Wagner from Transport for Christ. So if you go to DaveNemo.com, all of the information is there, right in the middle of that front page. You'll see coming up on the Dave Nemo Show, right under that, human trafficking webinars. And the email address that he gave out, tfcio@transportforchrist.org. There's an actual link to that at the bottom of the human trafficking blurb. If you scroll all the way down, also the web addresses for everybody is there too. We'll be back after news and weather.